Hello and welcome to the wonderful world of Richard Hofmann. What you're seeing here is some of his wonderful backdrops. He was the type of person that threw his life onto the canvas. He just exploded. And as you can see, there's an explosion of color and feeling and light and darkness. This is, we could be sitting here. Richard could be right beside me and we could be talking, probably sitting on the floor while he would be working on something else. When you look at Richard's work, you go into his world.
I see it, I feel it. It's the beauty of Mr. Richard Hofmann, who did it all. Richard, come down. He's the one who made these beauteous costumes. Isn't that great? And I'm Philly. I am the art bitch of the...
With Richard, it's a life fulfilled and a life unfulfilled at the same time. He's one of the most passionate people I ever ran into. Just his heart was the biggest heart. His anger was the biggest anger. He overflowed spaces. He rampaged through his life. He screamed and he hollered.
Richard Hofmann was born in 1954, died at age 39 in 1994. So the show itself is chronological. We start in the beginning after his years at Pratt, and the show winds its way until his last dated painting, which is 1992. We got the momentum going for people to look at his art, get excited. We then found friends of his, very loyal friends, who gave us more stories of his life as a person and as an artist.
For the first summer that I was here, I lived on the first floor of ABC No Rio. Jack and Peter lived in the basement.
Video, but the whole idea of ABC No Rio was basically a political action that started at Delancey Street by a group of artists who were banded under the name Collab. It was largely in protest to the lack of availability of workspace and exhibition space for artists, as well as lack of space for social services. Richard, who is an amazing artist in so many mediums, designed costumes for my choreography. I was also a dancer choreographer at the time. So by the time I met you, which was shortly around the time that we both came to ABC No Rio, yes, I had already known Richard and done a couple projects with him. But then we also knew Richard around the Pyramid Club. And so there were just all of these circles, these kind of like downtown art, and just kind of like alternative circumstances that just magnetically and automatically brought Richard into our circle.
We're really lucky to be able to sponsor the Richard Hofmann retrospective. It's a story that goes back 25 years when, after Richard passed away from AIDS, the work was stored in a basement, and it moved from a basement to a basement. This March 2017, we were able to put the show on the walls.
This is the last kiss. Definitely a self-portrait over here. He's embracing a lover, and he's also embracing death. Death is watching. They're all joined together. There's almost a clown nose. The eyes, it's like those eyes. Richard had those eyes, and he's painted his eyes perfectly. that look of horror and wonder, embracing the lover and embracing death, a ménage à trois of eternity. Richard and tortured eroticism. Here we go. Look at this penis. Look at the handle on the penis. Look at the handle on another penis. This is a Jesus orgy picture. He really liked the idea of an eroticized Jesus, and here you get it. He was obsessed by penises. He was obsessed by sex. Sex was life for Richard, in any way, in any shape, in any form. And the more debased, the better. And here it is, Richard and penises with Jesus. Love. My eyes go immediately to these semi-skeletal kissing faces that turn into a heart. The exposed emptiness of an angelic being radiating out in the middle as all look adoringly. The faces that come out of nowhere, somewhat demonic. People are looking away. No one's touching. The communication is broken. A dick, assholes, the sky, all of them exploding into the beauty of an anonymous encounter. It's just wild, beautiful, and I wish that he could be telling the story himself, but he can't, so here we are.